Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are doing good. I am Dakshayani, handling biology from Bharadasnath Metric Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. Children, today we are going to see 12th standard botany, chapter 2, classical genetics. And in this session, we are going to read out the last topic, that is a polygenic inheritance. So what is meant by polygenic inheritance, right? If a more number of genes, that is if several alleles combine to affect a single trait, we say it as a polygenic inheritance. And this experiment was performed in wheat kernel. Here you can see the two wheat kernels, one is a dark red and another one is a white kernel. A person named Nilsson. What was the name, children? Nilsson. Nilsson Ale. They were the person who described this polygenic inheritance with the help of the wheat kernel, right? That is a dark red kernel is crossed with the white kernel. So now let us see the alleles of it. So first one, the dark red kernel was crossed with the white, right? The alleles of the dark red is capital R1, R1, R2, R2, and the white is small r1, R1, R2, R2. So now what will be the combinations you get, children? Here what are the gametes? R1, R2, right? And here what will be the gamete you will be getting? R1, R2. And when you cross this both, right? When they were crossed, what do you get? You get R1, R1, R2, R2. And now, when the F1 generations were self-crossed, when they were self-crossed, what are the gametes you will be getting? Just R1, R2. Next, R1, R2. When you cross this both, you will be getting R2, R1. And this one, R1, R2. So these are all the F1 hybrids. And now in the F2 generation, we are going to self-cross the hybrids. So now let us see what are all the combinations of wheat kernel we get. So now children, now we are going to cross the F1 hybrids. So in the F2 generation, what are the combinations we get? Just here you say, children, what are the combinations you get? R1, 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 R2, R2. And here R1, R1, R2, R2, right? And R1, R2, R1, R2. And here R2, R2. Likewise, when you cross this, you will be getting R1, R1, R2, R2. Again R1, R1, R2, R2. R1, R1, R2, R2. R1, R1, R2, R2. And later when you cross this, you will be getting R1, R1, R2, R2. R1, R1, R2, R2. Likewise same here, R1, R1, R2, R2. R1, R1, R2, R2. When you cross this both, you will be getting R1, R1, R2, R2. R1, R1, R2, R2. R1, R1, R2, R2. R1, R1, R2, R2. So these are all the combinations of alleles we get. Now I will say you a small trick in this, children. Just remember, when the 4 R, capital R is present, that is if all the alleles are capital R, capital R, capital R, capital R, either it may be R1 or R2, the kernel color is dark red. The kernel color is dark red. So now in this, what are all the dark red colors? 4 should be capital R. So only this is dark red, right? So this is dark red. So 1, right? And if it has 3 capital R, just R, R, R. So if it is 3 is capital, 1 will be small, right? And this, it will be medium dark red. Medium, the color will be medium dark red. So now identify how many capital 3 R is present. So here, this one, right? So medium dark red, right? And this one also 3 R is there. So medium dark red. And here, again here is there, medium dark red. And here, medium dark red. And any other? No, that's all, right? So how many medium dark? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 4. And now another one, 2, right? If there are 2 capital R and 2 small r, we can say the kernel is medium red. Medium red. So let us find out how many allele has 2 capital R. Just find out here, children. Yes. So here you can put medium red. This also medium red. 2, right? So medium red, and this one also medium red. So how many medium red you get? And this one medium red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 medium red you get, right? And now we are going to find out 1 capital R and 3 small r, right? Then the color of the kernel will be red. The kernel will be red or light red. We can say it as a light red. So how many alleles have 1 capital R? Let us check here. Here, so light red, only 1 R, and then later on it's also medium red, and this one also light red. So here we can say how many light red, children? 1, 2, and then one more. Yes, 3 R, right? So this also light R, and this one also light R. So 4, and small r, small r, small r, small r denotes a white kernel. The color of the wheat kernel is white. So only 1 is white, right? So this is the ratio, that is 1 is to 4 is to 6 is to 4 is to 1. So this is the ratio when we cross the dark red kernel with the white kernel. And Nielsen, he found out that the third gene is also responsible for the wheat kernel. So now let us look into the third gene. So now this is the third gene. That's 3 genes are present, right? This is a dominant and this is a recessive. And the color of this kernel is dark red, and the color of this kernel is white. When they both were crossed, and so what will be the allele you get from this, children? Capital A, then capital B, small capital C, you get 1 C. This is the gametes formed from this, and from this you get small a, small b and small c. So when they both were crossed, what are the generations we get in F1? That is capital A, small a, capital B, small b, capital C, small c. So this is the F1 hybrid. So when he crossed the F1 hybrid, he found out this in the ratio like this. That is the dark red color kernel 1, and there were 6 moderate red kernels, 15 red kernels, 2 intermediate red, 15 light red, and 6 very light red, and 1 white. So when compared to the two genes. The third gene is responsible for two more characters, that is the intermediate red and the very light red, right. So this is the experiment done by Nelson with the white kernel, and he found out one thing, children. Here the blending did not take place. Why there is no blending? Because if the blending takes place, the parents will not be there. For example, a dark red and the white kernel were crossed. If the blending takes place, there will not be dark red or white kernel in the generation, in the offsprings. But the dark red as well as the white were found in the next generation also. So he proved that in the polygenic inheritance, blending did not takes place. And now we are going to see about the extra chromosomal inheritance. Children, till now we studied in the cell, right? In a cell, nucleus will be there, and in nucleus chromosomes and DNA. In that the genes are responsible for all whatever we studied before, monohybrid, dihybrid, like dominant, everything. The chromosomes which is present in the nucleus is responsible. But we know that, right, there are some, for example, in the cell organelle, mitochondria and chloroplast, they have their own DNA. Right. So apart from the nuclear material, the chloroplast and mitochondria are also responsible for altering the phenotype. So now let us see about the that is a chloroplast inheritance in Mirabilis jalapa. So what is Mirabilis jalapa, children? It's a 4 o'clock plant. It is a Mirabilis jalapa. Mirabilis jalapa, and the common name is, we say it as 4 o'clock plant. 4 o'clock plant, right. And here the chloroplast is responsible for determining the phenotype. So in Mirabilis jalapa, it produces two types of plants, right. A plant with the dark green leaves and the plant with the pale green leaves. Just we can see the example, right. For example, a female plant is pale green when it is crossed with the male plant dark green. From this we get the offspring, that is the next generation, that is only pale green, right, pale green. And another one experiment he did, the female, that is a male is pale, when it is crossed with the female dark green plant, the generation appeared is dark green leaved plant. So from this what he concluded, children, the offsprings get their phenotype from the mother plant, right. The female plant is responsible for determining the generation and not the male plant. Likewise here, when the female is dark, the offspring, the next generation is also dark, and here when the female is pale, the next generation is also pale, because here the nucleus, here you just imagine, children, the majority part is given by the cytoplasm of the female, and from the male only the nucleus get transferred. So the nucleus does not play any role in determining the sex. So only the chloroplast of the female is responsible for determining the next generation. So this is an example of chloroplast inheritance. So the another one example we are going to study is about the mitochondria. About the mitochondria, right. And here the cytoplasm has two types. One is when the cytoplasm is, when it is young, it is said to be normal, and when it is yes, it is said to be sterile. The male plant is said to be sterile. So there are two factors present in the cytoplasm, and in mitochondria there is a factor called RF, which is responsible for enhancing the fertility, right. So while crossing, he found out that when the normal cytoplasm is crossed with recessive, right, the generation is fertile. The generation is fertile, and the sterile cytoplasm crossed with fertile factor of the mitochondrium of the other plant. Here also the plant is fertile, but when the S is crossed with the absence of fertility, the plant is said to be sterile. So this is an experiment to show that the mitochondria is also responsible for inheritance of the characters. So this comes under the polygenic inheritance, and the last topic is atavism. What we say, children? Atavism. What is atavism? You see, children, in human beings also, right, even some children get their characters from their grandmother, right, grandparents. That is, it is absent in the, for example, if a grandfather has a curly hair, right, the next generation of father or mother don't get that, but the grandchildren get the character from the grandfather. So such type of genes we call it as, such type of inheritance we call it as atavism. An example for atavism in plant is Hieracium phylloxera. So this is a plant, and here some characters are directly transmitted, is absent for a while and reappears in the next generation. So this is an example of atavism. So children, this is the assessment regarding this topic. So here the single gene characteristic controlled by number of genes. What is the answer? Yes, very good. Polygenic inheritance. Polygenic inheritance. And there are some 2 more questions. What is atavism? What is cytoplasmic male sterility? And polygenic inheritance with an example. You can write Mirabilis jalapa as an example and bring out the inheritance of chloroplast gene with an example. So these are all the questions related to this topic. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.